and they're not always around unless you're really, really lucky. This was one of those jobs where it's like, do I want to be the face of herpes? Talk about the gift that keeps on giving, herpes. Now, I a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I went and got tested for the first time. There was nothing weird going on, nothing suspicious going on. It had been on my mind for a number of years, and I felt like I'm almost 30 years old at the time. I'm almost 30 years old, and I have never gotten an STD or STI check before, and I feel really irresponsible because I have fucked. Yes, Mom and Dad, I know you listen to the show. Your son has fucked, and he has. Your son has done questionable things in questionable places with questionable people in questionable situations, and he has gone years without getting tested afterwards. And so, 2 or 3 years ago, I said, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go get tested because as much as I don't want to know if I have dormant HIV, I think I ought to know. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my partner. I owe it to my past partners. I'm going to go get tested. So I scheduled an appointment with Planned Parenthood online. I scheduled the appointment. Few days later, I go in. They take... I was a little worried because I heard that they stick like a Q-tip up your pee hole. I was a little concerned about that, but that's not what happened. I think they sampled my urine and did like a swab or something. And then they were like, do you want the full panel? You have insurance, and that will cover like that'll cover the whole fucking cost. We can do blood tests to see if you have HIV or syphilis. And I said, yeah, I'm here. It's my first time. Let's do the full fucking panel. So they're like, okay, the blood we're going to have to send to a lab. So that might take a couple weeks for you to get results, but the other stuff, we can get results to you today. So I said, all right, let's do it. Go in, get tested. No problem. I'm still waiting to hear back on the syphilis and or HIV. But yeah, no problem. And a couple weeks pass by and I get the blood test results back and I am syphilis and HIV free. So Mom and Dad, don't worry, I'm clean. Ding! I'm your good, clean boy. Now, while I was waiting for the in-house results for the swab and the urine stuff, however, I was sitting in a hall next to like a little desk, and there was a young woman working there at the desk, and she looked oddly familiar. Now, she was not someone that I had fooled around with before. She just looked really fucking familiar, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So I said to her, I was like, excuse me, I think I know you. And she looked up and shook her head and said, you don't know me. And I said, oh. And I'm looking at her and yeah, I fucking know you. So I say, no, I know you. You're really familiar. And I named off a few different things like, were you in this play? Are you an actor? Are you like with this certain thing? Do you know this person? Did I see you here? I fucking know you. I don't remember names, but I remember faces till the day I die. And she kept saying, no. And she was very determined, very pointed in saying, no, you don't know me. No. And I got my results, clean, went home, and It was just kind of on my mind. I couldn't think of it. Like, who the fuck was that person? And then a few months pass, and I talk about it to Emily, my current partner, and I tell her about the thing. And I told her about it before, like when I came home and said, babe, I'm clean. Yay for us. I told her about this person I saw, and I'm like, I know this person, and I think they're fucking lying to me. I recognize her, and I know her from somewhere, but she's fucking lying to me and saying I don't know her. And Emily didn't really think of anything of it. And then months passed by, and then Emily brought it up and was like, hey, remember that woman you recognized at Planned Parenthood? And I said, yeah. And she said, I think we saw her do stand-up. And I said, oh my God, that's it. That was it. About 2 weeks before I went to get tested, I saw this young woman at a comedy showcase at a theater downtown, a comedy club downtown. And there were various shows of like improv, sketch comedy, and some stand-up. And she did stand-up, and her whole stand-up set was about people who go to Planned Parenthood, the people she deals with at her work at Planned Parenthood. Yeah. So I recognized her because I saw her do stand-up comedy. And all of these things that I've been talking about in this block, in this past about 20 minutes, will all culminate when I be coming right back. Sorry, I'm getting hot again, getting a little heat stroke, starting to slur my words. So I'm going to take one more break, and we'll get into the last part of the show. Be right back. Wink,